I'm stable but not getting better. They didn't tell me the side effects here from chemo. It wasn't the best experience. There are doctors that care and some that don't. Some that care are usually vets themselves. Long Beach VA finally gave this device for my speech after 5 years with a trachea.
Do doctors think that your cancer was related to the burn pits?
Shout out Mrcheckpoint. Hey, FTP. There's killers up in these streets. Always film the police. Gotta be our own keepers of peace. Gotta police the police. Gotta police the police.
How you doing, fellas?
How's it, Doug? How was your stay in there?
It was good.
Yeah?
It was good. I had a marijuana break about 5:30 this morning.
Oh, that's right.
They're holding it for me,
Okay.
and I have one right now. I just took a few hits.
That's right.
That's working out so far right now?
It's
Yeah.
working out.
He's
so
on-
far.
Because I'm gonna.
They're making changes. They're making changes.
It's crazy seeing this area cleared out, like, you know, see the sidewalk. It's been
2 year and a
occupied
half
for a
at
while.
least, 2 years, right? Especially these. These were one of the first ones, right? If I wasn't mistaken.
Yeah.
There's kind of always been a tent like right there.
Right.
What's good, bro?
I see you filming the piggy wiggies, huh?
I was just walking by and just clowns.
Do you have ID, sir?
Oh, what's up? How you doing? ID? Is this a private meeting?
This is a private. This is a
With
private
Anna?
facility.
And a mic?
Only veterans allowed.
What's up, bro?
What
Good
was
to
it?
see you.
A private, what's the private property?
Hi.
Private chat.
It's a private chat.
Hello, how you
Hi.
doing?
Senate.
Magda.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
What's
meet
it?
you. Magda.
Magda?
Very
Very
nice.
nice. Oh, very beautiful. Thank you for your
He was
service.
helping us here when we were setting up the tent.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I actually saw you were like the flags,
The
I think.
flags, yeah.
You were on point. I was like,
You'll see all the people putting the little tiny homes over there. Senate. All the tiny homes.
I need to see them.
Yeah.
Wait, I just
Over
heard.
there, and then they have the looky-loos. A whole bunch of like a little, like taking pictures. They're
Oh,
doing
it's all been a PR stunt.
Purposes for sure.
This whole thing. This is the best hospital in the world, right? In the country, whatever.
It was the most fun.
That's what
well-funded.
that's what a nurse told me. It's not. Wow. Oh my God.
Why is this motherfucker ass backwards and inside out?
When you get treatment at the VA, how is it?
Oh, he's shit. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I never received treatment here, man. One of the reasons I kept working is to keep my fucking personal insurance. I go to my personal doctor, get my diagnosis, I get the meds they want me on, and I come to the VA and I tell the VA to give me my meds. It also depends on your rating. So when you get out, so when you're in, if you complain about injuries and stuff like that, then it's logged in your medical record. However, when you're in, especially in the Marine Corps, you're not supposed to go. In the Marine Corps, we were told, unless you can't get out of bed, you better show up to work every single day. We're told not to go to medical. So therefore, nothing's logged in. So when you get out and you start complaining about shit, they make it a big deal. Oh, well, you never complained about anything, right? So you don't have a rating. So, okay, let's say it's something obvious, right? You were in there, you broke your fucking foot. Once you get out, you got to submit paperwork to get it checked out, to get a disability rating. So you could get anywhere from 10% to 100%. If you get a lower rating, every year you got to do a physical, a means test. You got to do all kinds of bullshit to maintain your rating. If you get like 30% and above, you don't have to do so much. If you get like 60 and above, you don't have to do anything. You get to keep it. If you get like 100%, they'll charge you a copay too if you're below a certain point. You know, so some guys come out, they ain't got the means. They don't have anything documented while they were in the service because they weren't supposed to.
They assume everything's
free. And it's not. A lot of these guys are from fucking Vietnam, so they were told not to complain. They got injuries, they got psychological shit they came out with. Their generation was the one who fought for us to have, fucking our kind of services anyway, so a lot of them got fucking lost. This is like the last bit of them, you know what I'm saying? They're all older now.
The Long Beach VA, either they help me or I go to the director.
And then it helps when you go. Yeah. Now they know you. If you were an example or a story, they wanted to be like, oh, we're gonna do the best, but otherwise they just don't give a It's bullshit. It's so wrong, man. Huh?
Is that like the director of the VA?
I think so. How are things going out here? Good?
Yeah.
You're the director, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Senate.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you.
This is
Hey.
Brian.
Thank you. I think we met when the secretary was out here.
I used to come here in 2008, and now I go to Long Beach because I moved there. I had chemo and radiation here in 2008.
Good. That I heard. Yeah. How's your care going now? Is most of your care at Long Beach because you live down there?
I'm stable but not getting better.
So it's been 13 years then since your treatment started? Is that better than the original expectations? Or is that what folks were expecting? Not what they were expecting? Better than what they were expecting?
They didn't tell me the side effects here from chemo.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't the best experience.
Sure. Yeah. Stuff has changed in 13 years in the treatment for sure.
There are doctors that care and some that don't.
It's unfortunate. I think
Some
it'd be
that
better
care
than-
are usually vets themselves.
Mhm. I am as well. Yeah, I spent 30 years in the Army. Always a Marine. Okay?
Long Beach VA finally gave this device for my speech after 5 years with the trachea.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be hard for folks to understand without that. So that's good. Yeah. Right. After listening for a little bit, it's easier to understand. No, I'm saying now that I can hear, I've heard you talking a little bit, I can understand better. So I'm glad that you have that device. So do doctors think that your cancer was related to the burn pits? Yeah. I know that that's a topic that the secretary is interested in, and he has a team working on that to identify the science behind the connections and be able to Yes, I know about that.
Jon Stewart used my footage on his documentary series, and I
Okay.
don't know if he shared it with the Secretary of the Virginia.
Virginia. No, I know. That's for you. I don't know that either. I know the secretary remembers meeting you out here when you guys spoke over there. I don't know if he connected your experience with the burn pit stuff. I will send him a note to make that connection. Type in your contact information for me. Can you do that? And I'll send that to the secretary. Hi.
I'm his wife.
Oh, hi. What's your name?
Rocio.
Rocio?
You know, one thing I would like to bring up, Vance, is his food. He has a G2, and the VA will only provide isosource and Ensure, which goes through his system and gives him diarrhea. So we have to come out of pocket to buy real food blends that we've brought up to the VA. The company has actually brought the product to the VA to try to get them to, when they had the open bid for contracts, and they said no, that there is no real need for it. But
That's down in Long Beach?
yes,
Okay.
but I think that if you have one like himself, a person with a G2 that has benefited from that, many other people, especially the elderly, that can benefit out of that product.
Okay. Do you have an email address also?
Because it's blended food and it's already in a packet. If they have to go out, they can just carry it in a bag and like a little lunch bag. They don't have to do with all the blending, and they don't have to come out of pocket. It's ridiculous. It's $50 a box that has 12. That will only last him about 3 to 4 days.
Thank you.
Basically, his G-tube and his trach is permanent. There's nothing to do for him. If they do any more surgery in his throat, he will lose permanently his voice. He has vocal cord paralysis, and he has too much scarring.
I don't know what the procurement rules are, but I'll check into that, and I'll send a note back. With pharmacy, there's options to go off formulary, but I don't know that this is considered a pharmacy item that follows the same rules.
They said that they had a list which they provided me, and they had something that was kind of similar to that. But by the time it was requested, they're like, oh, we don't have it anymore. I'm like, well, do you have anything else more similar? They're like, no. So they have nothing. Everything is liquid, and like I told them in the past, it just goes through his system.
So this isn't liquid? It's just, it's like a puree?
It's puree,
kind of
like
thing?
Gerber baby formula.
Sure.
You know, he's had the G2 permanently since July of 2015. Yeah, for 5 years, and they're barely giving him a device.
Oh, we talked about that. But I'll check into that. I don't know what the rules are. So
And like I'm saying, not just saying it for him, but because there's many like him.
Sure.
And to benefit everybody.
Well, thank you. Thanks for bringing that up.
I know.
Who did you mention that to?
Oh, everybody at the VA in Long Beach, because that's where he gets treatment.
Like, would that include doctors?
We've talked to doctors, we've talked to the pharmacy, we've talked to our RN, we've talked to our caseworker, we've talked to the dietitian. It's just something that, cost-wise, more than likely, it's not something that they can. Yeah, they have a big agreement with insuring isosource.
Interesting.
Which is just liquid, you know, and with him, it goes through his system. It gives him diarrhea, unfortunately. And with the real food blends, because it's more, even though it's blended, it's higher on everything that a person needs. So it stays longer in his system. It's not artificial, it's really good.
I'm going to share all this. I think that was a very powerful conversation, and I really hope that dialogue goes somewhere, you know, really though. How can people, what is the 2 documentaries that people could learn about your experience and many others?
Burn Pits, Delayed Deny, Hope You Die.
And that's on
That would be on
Amazon
Prime.
Amazon Prime, okay.
And then you have the other one, which is, it's based more on caregiving, the children, how it affects the children. So that one is called Sky Blossom. The Greatest Next Generation, I believe. They have the DVD on Walmart, so you can
DVD in Walmart. Okay, I'm gonna share this.
Shout out Mrcheckpoint. Hey, FTP. There's killers up in these streets. Always film the police. They keep feeding us to the beast. Always film the police. They kill us up in these streets. Always film the police. Gotta be our own keepers of peace. Gotta police the police. Gotta police the police.